Hey guys, I'm Justin. I illustrated the Isaiah zine. Today we're going to take a peek behind the adventure. The title of our zine is Isaiah, and it's about a person named Isaiah from the book of Isaiah in the Bible. Isaiah, Isaiah, Isaiah! Did you get that? Isaiah was just a young boy when God called him to speak truth to power. He documented stories on old scrolls, kind of like this. The Old Testament zine is 12 chapters long. We start when God first spoke to Isaiah as a young story maker. After encounter with the seraphim, Isaiah agrees to be God's messenger and bring God's message to the leaders of Judah. They hear God's message, but rarely listen. This sends them into their exile to Babylon. Isaiah is a prophet of God and tells the story of God's big promise that the true king will come and he will reign with justice and mercy. This story is all about God's promises and his kingdom. We wanted to illustrate two kingdoms. One kingdom is of the world of desolation and brokenness, and the other kingdom is God's kingdom full of life. We chose to use electric lime as the cover of the design, and throughout the zine you'll see a lot of burgundy, royal blue, and of course pink, always pink. For color inspiration, I chose a lot of images from tropical birds and butterflies from Wes Anderson and James Jean, a lot of different colors, usually bright, kind of high contrast colors. I do a lot of my illustrating in the studio that I share with my wife Karen. I usually wear headphones and play electronic music or jazz or minimal composers, something instrumental so I can focus. The process starts with collaboration. Once the story is in the works, I start putting my imagination here on the page in my sketchbook. If the team likes it, then I'll transfer the photo to the computer and put it in Photoshop. Then I can start building on top of it with layers and colors and everything. This style of art is called surrealism. What is that? Surrealism is art that depicts illogical or dreamlike scenes and ideas. When I imagine the prophecies of Isaiah in the Bible, I see a bigger-than-life dream sequence. So I use scale to play with the objects and figures in the artwork. And God's message is both practical and cosmic, so you'll see a lot of that in these pages. Let's go through chapter 2 of the Isaiah adventure. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of his glory. Isaiah 6:3. Isaiah says to God, "Here I am, send me," thus beginning the great adventure of Isaiah. After reading some facts and notes about our story, we're off to do our social emotional activity. These are great for kids of all ages because you can draw or write in the spaces provided. Now for my favorite part, art. Here we are given the space to design our very own seraphim. I started drawing pretty much ever since I remember. Like really young. And then I started doing art classes and stuff, I guess in elementary and middle school. I drew a lot of chameleons and reptiles and like animals from photographs. So for chameleons, I would draw every single scale. It was like really meticulous and time consuming. But sometimes I would, not finish it or like give up. But like some of them I drew every single scale. So. My favorite color as a kid, I think, was like Kelly green. I ordered a pair of Chuck Taylor's high tops in that color from eBay as a teenager. But as a really young kid, I'm not sure, probably like blue or green. I think Isaiah himself inspires me because, he was so young when God called him, and he was basically willing. I'm sure he had feelings of like being afraid, or like he had to muster up that courage with God's help. But I think, just like his courage at such a young age to like speak to these kingdoms and stuff.